My name is Rikki and I'm here to talk about how facial grooming can teach us about development. So motor development is how we learn to use and move our bodies, and it's super important for scientists to study because the more we understand about how motor development is supposed to go, the more we can understand how to help people with motor disabilities and neurodevelopmental disorders like autism that have motor developmental deficits, or people who can't use their limbs and their body as well as typical people. So our lab is studying motor development through forelimb motions, or motions with their front paws, specifically one called facial grooming. That's what this little mouse is doing. Facial grooming is how mice clean their faces. And actually, what's really cool about it is we do it too, and so do cats and dogs and every other mammal that at least I can think of. There are two issues in the current literature, so two issues of what past scientists have done to analyze and to learn about grooming. So there's an issue with how we currently get people and mice to groom, and there's an issue about how we analyze or understand our results when we get them. Currently, people use this cannula method, so they stick a tube up into the mouth of these mice through their jaw and give them lemon extract. And while that does get them to groom, we can't use that developmentally. So we can't use it to study individual mice as they get older. There's also very few tubes out there that are small enough to fit a baby mouse, because baby mice are a lot smaller than you think, maybe only half of my pinky, for example. The way that we do it is called the pipette method, and it's a lot simpler. Instead of all of the surgery, all we have to do is take this pipette, so it's essentially a science turkey baster, and spray a little bit of lemon extract right on their nose, and that gets them to groom super well. The other issue is how we can analyze grooming. Currently, people are only looking at stroke number, so how many times these mice touch their face. But if we only look at that, then we're missing a lot of rich detail. For example, these two dots versus these two dots. These are two dots, and these are two dots, but they're very different dots. So say it is with grooming. We can have two very different sets of strokes, but if we're only looking at the number, then we miss a lot of that rich detail. So instead of just looking at stroke number, we're going to also be looking at how long each of the strokes are, so how long they're touching their face, both in time and in distance, and several other factors. The final product that we have put together is this. You can see this pipette here. We delivered lemon, and now the baby mouse is grooming. So again, we can use this to understand much more about we humans and how our motor systems work and how to help people with motor disabilities in the future.